A figure in a carbon fiber suit and a ram skull mask slowly steps forward into the harsh light. This is BAAL. He is the central figure of the Broken Tavern, a digital universe comprising novels, episodic gaming records, and hundreds of pages of codex entries, all linked by a single interconnected lore. The architect behind this system is Brody Hanabarger. This network of timelines and character arcs is a closed system. Every detail is archived. Every narrative thread is accounted for. For Brody, this level of creative control serves as a counterweight to a physical reality that for much of his life has remained beyond his influence. That need for order began early. At age 6, Brody experienced his first existential crisis, a panic response triggered by an attempt to mentally simulate the state of non-existence. His teen years provided little relief. To cover rent and bills for his entire household, Brody worked 48-hour shifts at a convenience store, earning $7.50 an hour, while still trying to finish school. At home, the instability was constant. His mother's mental health deteriorated into a series of breakdowns and psychiatric hospitalizations, leaving the family structure in a state of recurring collapse. By 22, Brody legally adopted his younger siblings, becoming their sole provider. He did this while managing the daily pain of Osgood-Schlatter's disease, a chronic condition that causes persistent swelling and limited mobility in both knees. Because Brody's environment offered no safety nets or predictable outcomes, he looked inward to manufacture the structure he was denied. Brody's survival required a shift towards systems thinking. He adopted the pacing of media franchises, the long-form arcs of shonen anime, and deep lore progression of RPGs. He stopped engaging with gaming as casual entertainment. Everything was processed into numbered volumes and serialized episodes, creating cumulative progress. By imposing the strict formats of a franchise onto his daily output, Brody generated the predictability his surroundings lacked. This is why the BAAL identity is titled the Archive Keeper. The role is defined by the preservation of memory and the capacity to observe without blinking. In Brody's world, adults, jobs, and institutions were often impermanent. People disappeared and systems failed. But the Broken Tavern universe is fixed. Once a piece of lore is written, it remains indestructible. The archive serves as a point of continuity. It is a space where his actions have a permanent effect, counteracting real-world instability. This drive to build is a generational trait in Sterling, Illinois. His grandparents secured a middle-class life through decades of physical labor at the local steel mill. When that industrial foundation collapsed, it left the town and its families to navigate the ruins. With the physical infrastructure in decay, Brody built his stability out of narrative resilience. Brody still provides for his siblings. He still navigates the physical limitations of his knees. His experiences led him to a specific conclusion: that meaning is not an inherent quality of life, but something that must be authored individually. His creative projects are the tools that allow him to manage his responsibilities. They provide the framework he needs to carry them. When an environment fails to provide order or purpose, humans have the ability to author their own survival architectures.